Hey, how you doing today? Oh, look, this here is my 1993 Suzuki sidekick. Let's see here. I got a full set of Mickey Thompsons on it. The Mickey Thompsons are 235 75 R15, so they're a 29-inch tire. I didn't want to go anything too terribly big because there's not a lot of horsepower in this thing. Don't mind that. That's just my glucose monitor telling me my sugar's high. Now, first of all, we've got here a Vebor spring compressor. And I know what you're going to say. Oh, well, you don't need a spring compressor to do springs on a Suzuki sidekick. Well, let me put it to you this way, guys. I'm 67 years old. I've had open heart surgery. And you learn that you work smart, not hard, as you get older. Now, I've been working on cars and motorcycles and mini bikes since I was a 12-year-old boy. And so I know a little something about what I'm doing, and I also know my limitations. Now, what we have here is a ProShock suspension. These are the struts. Those are the shocks. These obviously are the springs, and we will be lifting this approximately 2.5 inches, according to the information that I got with the information on the shocks. Now, just because I like to keep tabs on what I'm doing, you can see there that I'm, well, let me do it this way. I'm approximately 31.5 inches from the ground to the top of the rear fender. And then on the other side, and this I found kind of shocking, was that, and this is the side that's rubbing, oddly enough, I am 32 inches above from the top of the fender to the ground. So we will see what we end up with when we're done. Now, it's a beautiful day out here. Yeah, there's my backyard. Yep, the diesel. Anyway, we will not do this whole thing on video. We're going to do it in bits and pieces because I don't move real fast anymore. But, yep, this is, like I say, this is my Suzuki sidekick. Up there, that little black thing on the roof, that's for my Sirius XM radio. Really a neat thing, especially when you're out four-wheeling and you can't get any radio stations. Now, this little project started because the wife and I were thinking about getting a side-by-side. And when we started to price side-by-sides, well, we decided there had to be a better way. And this came along. And I've got a few dollars into this project, but so far nowhere near what a side-by-side would have cost me. Now, this is a Vebor spring compressor, and so far this seems to be very well made. I'm going to be using this to remove the rear spring so I don't have to tear half the rear end apart or beat myself up trying to muscle the springs in and out. And so we'll see how this all goes. So I'm going to get going here and start taking my tires off. I got my air compressor aired up. I've got my air tools ready to go. Now, this here is the key for my lug nuts. And it seems to work pretty good. So, we will get back to this here in a little bit.